Good evening, everybody. Welcome here. And what we are going to do is a simple guided meditation, and the goal of this meditation is to be just here. If you have never meditated, it's not difficult. All you have to do is just follow the instructions and just go along. And even if your mind goes somewhere else, just gently bring it back by focusing on your breath. That's all. So sit relaxed, feel your feet on the ground, feel your back supported by the chair or the couch where you're sitting, and we would take few deep breaths. So take a deep breath in, all the way go as you inhale. And when you feel you have reached your limit to inhale, just go a little bit more, push yourself a little bit more, inhale more, hold for a couple of seconds, and then exhale. And as you exhale, go all the way, exhaling and releasing anything which doesn't belong in this moment. Take another deep breath in. Allow yourself to fill yourself with oxygen and then exhale. And as you exhale, just release anything which doesn't belong in this moment. Take another deep breath in and exhale. And as you exhale, if a sound or a heavy breath comes out, that's absolutely normal. And just continue to breathe deeply, inhaling deeply, exhaling deeply. The whole idea behind this meditation is to become more aware, not not judgmental, but aware. So whatever you find yourself in, your mind running away, your breath is not deep enough, leave all those doubts, everything away, and focus on this present moment. And with each breath, notice the subtle changes inside, physically, energetically. Watching the breath coming in, going out. And what we will do next is we are going to go and check the different parts of us, our physical body, our energetic body, our emotional body, just with the idea that we are curious to know what's going on in each of these parts. Not to make it right or wrong, but just to be aware what's there. So I would invite you to scan your physical body all the way from the top of your head to your feet and check what's going on physically for you in this moment. So do you feel connected to your physical body? Do you feel grounded in this body? Or part of you feel connected, part of you feel grounded, part of you don't feel grounded. So check, one is not better than other, but check where you are in this moment. Also notice any subtle judgments which come in the mind, like mind saying, oh, you're feeling this because of this and that. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. Either way, just acknowledge the story which your mind is telling and leave it aside. But come back and feel into your physical body. So focus on your physical body and see what's going on in this moment. And given what's going on right now, whether you're feeling grounded, connected, disconnected, indifferent, whatever it is, what is it that you want in this moment in connection to your physical body? So the key word is this moment. What do you want in this moment in connection to your physical body? You want more connection, more groundedness, whatever it is. So check. And as you notice that response from within, whatever that response is, you want this, check what changes subtly when you allow yourself this freedom, that this is what you want in this moment. So let's go to the next step. This is to check what's going on energetically in your energy body. So energy body is the energy within you, the chi, the prana inside you, but also the energy around you. So check energetically what's going on. Do you feel more vibrant, more alive? You have a lot of energy, or part of you is energized, part of you is not, or you feel completely tired, completely drained. Either way, again, it is all right wherever you are. So check where you are, including any judgments, any stories which mind is telling you. But keep those stories aside, but focus back on your energy body. So how are you feeling energetically in this moment? The next question is, given what's going on energetically right now, whatever you're feeling, what is it that you want to feel in this moment? What would make this experience more enjoyable in this moment energetically? So as you feel into your energy body, see what's the longing which is coming from inside, and allow yourself to acknowledge it. Notice as you give yourself permission to connect with your longing, what are the subtle changes you feel energetically. Let's go to the next step, which is to check what's going on emotionally in this moment within your emotional body. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling calm? You could be feeling happy and sad at the same time, or you can be feeling nothing, and that's okay. So completely closed. Either way, it is okay. And also acknowledge the story which your mind is telling around what you're feeling and why you're feeling. So acknowledge that story, leave it aside, but come back to your emotions and see what's going on emotionally. And given what comes up as you feel into your emotions, what is it that you want in this moment emotionally? You want more openness, more connection, more happiness, more excitement, whatever it is. Maybe you're too open, you want little close, that's okay too. Now let's next step is to check what's going on mentally right now. Where is your mind? Do you have thoughts? Is your mind calm? Is it open? Or you're not aware till now, but you just got aware of it. So check what's happening mentally in this moment. Now let's go to the next step. And I want you to connect to your soul, to this part of you which carries all of your innate goodness. From this place, your connection to God and universe. And as you connect to this part, check if there is a message for you in this moment from your higher self, from God. It may be in form of a word, sentence, vibration, or maybe there is just silence. So either way it is okay. So take a moment and just connect and see what's the message for you right now. And as you receive this message, see if it resonates with you. Whatever that message is, it is for you in this moment. So let's go to the last step. And in this last step, I want you to zoom out as if you are zooming out from your current state, like as if you're seeing all these different parts of you from a distance. Your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body. You're watching all of it from a distance without judging, without trying to fix, without trying to analyze, but just being a simple observer of all of these parts from a distance. And as you're observing, notice what you feel being an observer in this moment. So zoom out, find a place which is comfortable from where you can watch all these parts. And notice how it feels to be observer of all of your parts. Thank you. Whenever you're ready, you can connect back to your body, feel your limbs. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, see how you feel as you connect back to the body. Thank you.
Thank you. So the topic for the conversation today is how to have healthy, energetic, and emotional boundaries. And this is something we could all share our experiences and wisdom on, and we'll share some thoughts first and then open it up for us all to learn from each other. So for me, I think we talked about this a little last week, was that a lot of us here are empathic, right? A lot of people, especially on a spiritual or inward journey, are very empathic. And so that goes without saying that we would be more sensitive also, emotionally, vibrationally, if you're empathic to the energies around you. And so sometimes when you're sensitive like that, it's even harder to keep good emotional, energetic boundaries. And there's so many elements to this. We won't go into them all, today, but, for me, it always was difficult growing up to keep a good emotional, energetic boundary, because I had this tendency to take on everyone's feelings and emotions, and that can still happen to me if I'm not careful. But what I found in my adult life that's helped me the most, there's a couple of things that I think helped me the most. One of them is taking responsibility and not taking responsibility. So I take responsibility for my self-care, my self-esteem, my self-worth, knowing who I am, knowing my value, and knowing what I need, in terms of physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, what I need to sustain myself. And when I have that self-care, self-worth, self-esteem, and I'm taking care of those things, that's my responsibility. Then I'm stabilized and balanced in a way internally that I'm not really dependent on the external people and sources to give me that balance or get my needs met in that way, in that basic way, or for my self-esteem or my self-worth. So I think for me, that's self-care is the number one piece, and that helps me to take responsibility for me, but it also makes me realize that I'm not responsible for those things for the people in my life, which is something that was used to be really hard for me because I would feel responsible to make everyone happy and take care of everybody. And it's especially hard when people are they're still the people in relationship with you are still in the illusion that you should make them happy, or somehow you are responsible for their balance, their joy, and they try to kind of put that on you with, guilt or blame or whatnot. Then when that happens, it takes a lot of extra from you awareness about the self, about what is your responsibility and what's not, so that you don't take on what's their responsibility, right? And that's how they feel, how they perceive the world, and their karmas, right? Your responsibility is your karmas, their responsibility is their karmas. So, kind of, for me, drawing the clarity between these two things for me has been really important is this what's my responsibility and what's not, and this self care aspect of taking care of me so that I'm not so dependent. My stability isn't dependent. And really in moments when I feel myself pulled and influenced energetically and emotionally, I actually do, I actually take that time, especially if I get like, if I'm starting to get emotionally riled or anxiety or feel anything from that energy coming from someone else, I actually kind of back up and observe a little bit. And I realize, okay, this is their thing. This is how they're choosing to react and respond. And this is how I'm going to choose to react and respond. And oftentimes it's just, I'm not going to react and respond because their emotional response and what's going on with them right now has nothing to do with me, actually. It's their own mood, their own thing. I'm going to stay where I want to stay, even though it requires for me some energy to like make this separation, but it's like an awareness I'm having that, okay, this is their mood, but it doesn't have to be mine. And a lot of times it just requires no reaction. It's like, okay, that's where you are, this is where I am. I think another thing that has helped me as an adult to separate these two things is that I realize there's a reason for everything. Like for every single soul, there's a reason why people react the way they do emotionally, physically. There may be chemical imbalances. There's a reason for moods. There's a reason for reactions. There's always a reason. But the reasons that other people have for their moods and reactions and dependencies, I can't sort that out for them. I never will be able to. But I can recognize when it's not mine and that, okay, I don't have to get pulled into this. I don't have to. But it does, for me, require some observation. And sometimes I have to gather myself because, that energy wants to it wants to immediately sort of protect me. Like I want to protect myself, so then I want to like say something back. But when I just don't respond, for me, that's kind of that part where you just breathe, you're quiet, and realize, okay, observe the situation. What's mine, what's not? And then choosing what I'm going to interact with energetically, emotionally, and what I'm not going to, because that's also my choice. So, and this is all always a work in progress, but I feel like these things have helped me a lot to differentiate what's mine, what I can actually affect, what I can't, and then to choose from there what I want to do, like with my response or reaction. So that's been what's worked for me. And so, Vivek, what about you? What is your experience?
I think one thing which you mentioned, which is important, is like as an adult you are able to do that, which is a little easier compared to when you are a kid, because as a kid you are basically learning the same model which your parents or caretakers are teaching you, whether verbally or non-verbally. So when you are non-verbally, I mean energetically, what is their energy and how they are interacting. So you pick up all their energies and their way of interacting. And especially like last time also we brought a little bit about codependency in relationship. More the codependency in relationship, the harder it is to kind of keep it apart, right? You get pulled into their energy and they get pulled into your energy. And also in relationship where other person or other partner is more controlling, it becomes difficult to disentangle yourself from that. So that's why, just like you're saying, you need to have a very good self practice, like how you are taking care of yourself at an energetic level, at an emotional level, how conversant you are with your own energy needs, or with your own energy body, with your own emotional body. Like the meditation exercise which we did, I call it tracking, and I've been using it for several years. And as part of my coaching, which I do with one-on-one with people, I teach this exercise because if you are very clear about what's happening physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, you would be very aware what's going on with you, because all of these parts are communicating to you all the time. Like if you do this exercise again, you would have a very different experience because the moment has changed, right? So that's why, like when you meet somebody for the first time, with certain individuals your heart opens, you feel very very joyful, and with other individuals you like, no, your energy is completely shut off, right? But it's happening automatically. But if you become very aware, you would be able to master this, when to open, when to close, because it's a skill. So this tracking exercise is really really important to really know what's going on. Everybody carries a little bit of anxiety, and and it's very good to know that what you're feeling is your anxiety, or you're picking up somebody else's anxiety. And I didn't knew about it for a very long time when I was growing up. The environment in which I grew up was always creating a lot of anxiety, because my caretakers were always trying to correct me or always reject me, in the sense like trying to make me better. So I didn't knew what is right for me. So over a period of time, as I met people, and I met a lot of anxious people, some of you have the same experience. So I would pick up their anxiety, because as we are empaths, all of us in some way or other, some are more empaths. So you would pick up somebody else's energy, and when you pick up somebody else's energy, it would become harder for you uh, to figure out that, is this your anxiety or somebody else's anxiety. And I didn't knew it was my anxiety. I just felt I'm anxious. And human beings have this tendency, whatever they feel, they very closely associate. So if you feel bad, you internally translate, like if you're feeling bad means you are bad. You're not really trying to see, I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I am bad, but we closely associate, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this way. So so as I learned, I realized, oh, I'm just feeling a little anxious. And just like I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel all of these things, I'm feeling this also. So knowing that, I was able to create that buffer where was able to observe myself, what's going on with me. And then the next thing I used to do was, I was question myself, whatever I'm feeling, where is this coming from? And I would check, like, did something happen today, or did something happen yesterday? Is there a reason for me to feel anxious or confused or whatever it is? And then when I check, I realize this is nothing has really happened, so there is no really reason for that. And then it made me aware that this is not mine, means this anxiety or this whole thing is not mine, I'm picking up somebody else's energy. And and scientifically also it's proven, like, when you are here, your energy is already out 3 feet around you, outside you physically. So imagine if you're living with a lot of people, uh, or interacting with a lot of people, their energy field is in you, your energy field is in theirs, and you're feeling their stuff, you're feeling their stuff. But if you don't know what is yours and what is theirs, then you're going to pick up their anxiety, and then you would own that anxiety when you shouldn't own, and then you start looking for a solution for that anxiety. So it's trying to break a stone which doesn't need to be broken. So you're trying to solve a problem which doesn't need to be solved. So the moment I realize that, oh, this is not mine, I'm picking somebody else, the next moment I just get relaxed. And it's like, I don't have to bother about this thing, and I just chill out. Otherwise, I would have spent rest of my day or next few hours trying to figure out what's wrong with me, because I'm feeling picking up somebody's stuff, I'm feeling something, and I'm feeling something anxious. That means something is wrong with me. So I was able to dissociate. So last time Christina gave you that exercise of boat. That's also very important. B is breathing. First breathe. O is to observe, A is to accept what's going on, and then T is to transform or think or transcend whatever it is. So these ways you can develop your own tools or use some of these tools to become master of your uh, own energy and emotional body.
You're saying with when you became more self-aware and you were tracking what you were feeling, and then that helped you to know what was yours and what wasn't,
Exactly.
and not pick it up.
And to be very clear what's mine and what is yours, that way it keeps very clear boundaries. You're not meshing into other people's energy. You're taking care of yourself. And if you know what it is, then it becomes easier. And tracking helps you make you better over a period of time because your vocabulary becomes even better. Like it's because most of the time people live in this thing: I'm feeling good, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling comfortable, I'm feeling uncomfortable. But what is discomfort, right? Discomfort is, are you confused, are you feeling lack of flow, are you feeling this? So as your vocabulary improves by tracking, you will be able to pinpoint, oh, what am I feeling and what's the story behind it? Is it really true? Is it mine or somebody else? And by answering few questions, you immediately become free. So that's the easy way to enjoy your own life without getting entangled into the other people. So hope this some of these thoughts help you.
So with that, we like to open it up to hear everyone's experiences, like your own experience with like your energetic emotional boundaries, what works for you, what's been challenging. We can learn from each other's
And if there are certain
wisdom.
Your own strategies which really work, please do share because it would help all of us. And understand that one more thing is like, one is my anxiety. I'm just using the word one emotion like anxiety. Then there is anxiety of people I live with. Then there is anxiety of this whole world, what people are collectively going through. So you are going to feel all of them at different points of time. So the more you become aware, the better it is for you to do your own self-care.
Mm. So we can just share popcorn style, whatever comes from your heart, whatever you're feeling, whatever comes to you to share, then you can share that.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself and you can go ahead and share. And any thoughts, all thoughts are welcome.